My name's Mark Dinsdale. I've been an insurance agent for 20 years. Well, my background in the insurance industry is I was a captive agent for American Family for 18 years. I left American Family after those years of quality service, and I came to IPA, been here a little over 2.5 years. Well, I don't have anything bad to say about being a captive agent other than I wanted more. I had hit the wall, so to speak, or the ceiling. My agency had hit a certain size, and I either had to do several things to keep growing, which would cost me a substantial amount of money, or I needed to find another path to basically grow and succeed as an agent. And when I did that, I know a lot of agents that leave captive agency come back and say, you know what, it was the best thing I ever did. And hands down, it really was the best thing I ever did. So it was a great move for me. Well, all agents that decide to leave I think, have the same anxiety that I did. You know, do I want to start over? You know, how will I do it? I had the same fears, the same anxieties of leaving a company that I had been with for 18 years. You know, how would this turn out? And I can honestly tell you that those fears were squashed within the first month. My phone still rang. I was still an agent. The only difference is the people that were calling me, I could place them pretty much 99% of the time. Whereas a captive agent, I had one company. Good company, I had nothing to say about them, but I was limited on the odds of placing that business. When it came to commercial business, we all know as captive agents, you're at the mercy of the underwriter, and rarely did you get any of those accounts that you spent a lot of time with. Now it's, where do I put them? Life insurance with captive agencies, we all know our clients shop their rate. You know, our district managers will say, well, don't shop, you know, don't sell rate. Well, that's part of it. But when you find out that your rates are 45% higher than the competition that you're up against, it makes it very difficult to sell that product. And again, I wanted more. I wanted more for me, I wanted more for my family, and I found it. The most positive thing of being an agent, independent agent, again, the odds are definitely in your favor, but the commission, you know, each year as a captive agent, we always wondered what our commission base was going to be. It always started to shrink when I started. On average, it was, you know, started at 15%. And over the years, it whittled down, and the companies kept making the excuse of, we need to do this to stay competitive. Well, the commissions went down, but we still weren't as competitive as the competition. Now, on average, I'm making literally double what I made as a captive agent. As far as my income goes, when I left 2.5 years ago, I am on pace to almost, well, I shouldn't say almost, I've already hit it, double in 2.5 years what I was making when I left as a captive agent. Insurance Professionals of Arizona gives all the agents the opportunity, I guess in simple terms, the sky's the limit. As hard as you work, the more income you'll bring in. And it gives you the opportunity to take care of not only your long-term clients that you've had for years, but to bring in literally hundreds and hundreds of new clients. They give you the support of training, and you know, you need help. Somebody's always there to pick up the phone or to come out and see you and give you that training too. So you're not left alone. There's always someone you can ask for help. Some of my favorite carriers right now that I'm working with, Pekin is a large carrier that, like American Family, had come into the state they've been here, I'm assuming, about 8 to 10 years. very competitive rates, easy to work with. There's Travelers, very easy to work with. Underwriters are great. There's Encompass. There's so many different companies depending on what line of business that you have to offer your clients. All the companies are so easy to work with. Whereas as a captive agent, again, you're at the mercy of your underwriter. If they don't feel there's an appetite for it, you move on and you lose that sale. You may have worked on that file for several days and you'd like something in return. Well, at IPA, again, 99% of the time, you have a market for that client that comes through the door. As far as the policy forms, and I'll use a homeowner's as an example, some are very similar to the policies that I sold at my old company, but in the most part, some are better. Some offer coverages that most captive companies won't offer. Mechanical failure, water line endorsements that cover your sewer and your water line in the house. A lot of companies don't cover that. There's other companies, captive companies, that use percentage deductibles. Well, on this side, they give you the option. You can or use a all perils deductible, which I like and I think all my clients like. So very good products. For agents that are captive agents that are thinking about leaving, I would have no reservations about recommending IPA, or Insurance Professionals of Arizona. And again, you all feel that anxiety I'm starting over. You're not. You are basically taking another step to where the sky's the limit. There is no district manager leaning over your shoulder saying, you better hit that quota or we're going to have issues. The harder you work, the more you make. Personally, again, if you're thinking about leaving, and you've been thinking about it for quite a while, I was that guy. I had thought about it over 7 years. Thought, I've hit the wall. I'm not going to go any further than I am here. And if I do go further, it's going to cost me a lot more money to hire staff and things like that. It was the best move I ever made. And again, you'll hear that from other independent agents that maybe the agents we're talking to now have talked to, and they're, oh, well, sure, that's what they say. Give me a call. I'll show you my 1099. Literally, it is double what I was making when I left. I do. My personal feeling, captive companies are going to either weed out most of their agency force that isn't meeting those quotas, and we all know what those quotas are. Your manager puts them in front of you, or they're going to mold their agency or their new agents coming in into employees to where you have no say so when you work, where you work, how much you make. Some people like that. Me, I don't. I want to be in control of my future. I do. And I've talked to several friends of mine that are still captive about what the company's future plans are, a lot of companies. And I have friends in Allstate, Farmers, American Family, State Farm, and some of them agree with me that a lot of these companies think that call centers are the way to go. Well, I don't believe that because, again, it's your relationship with your clients, somebody to talk to. You call a call center, 10 times you'll get 10 different answers. You call my office, you're going to get the same answer from the same guy. So, again, I can't reiterate, this was the best move I ever made.